So more brands are exploring different case materials, whether it be Damascus, sapphire, or titanium, and these are mostly micro brands who are doing this, which means that these exotic materials are accessible to most people at relatively affordable price points, except for sapphire, because those are still pretty expensive. Anyways, I have a watch from Spinnaker, which is their Tesei model in titanium. So let's get the basic specifications out of the way. This is a 43mm diver with a 50.8mm lug to lug, 13mm thickness, 22mm lug width, 200m water resistance, blue AR sapphire crystal which is flat, a unidirectional bezel with a lume ceramic bezel insert, titanium bracelet and case, and this comes in at a price of $449 USD. To start, I was never a fan of titanium because I wasn't used to how light it was. I tried on the Tudor Pelagos a while back and I just didn't connect with it because it felt weird on the wrist. It was too light for the size of the watch it was. But after being able to test out the Tesei Titanium for more than a few days now, I've grown to appreciate how lightweight it is. And I think because I only tried on the Pelagos for maybe 5 minutes max, I couldn't get accustomed to the weight and didn't get to thoroughly enjoy the benefits of having a full titanium case and bracelet. So the Tesei is full titanium, so full titanium case and bracelet. It only weighs 130 grams, so it is a very lightweight watch with respect to the size and the fact that it's a sports watch. And even though it's 43mm, it doesn't feel like a bulky watch. It actually feels like a 39 or 40 because of what the weight gives off. It doesn't have the heft of it, so the wearing experience is kind of like a 40mm diver, which is a sweet spot for a lot of people, but you'd be surprised at how comfortable this watch could wear despite being a slightly bigger size than what most people would prefer. Now, being a full tie case and bracelet, it is darker than stainless steel. You can feel and see the blasted effect because it gets even darker from the natural oils that come off from your hand. Most of the time, this watch does give off a gunmetal finish opposed to being a matte titanium color. And do note that the blasted effect does show wear a lot easier than your typical brushed or satin finishes. Now the Tesei features the Seiko NH35 movement with a matching black date wheel to complement the black textured dial. It has applied indices and satin baton style hands with X1 Superluminova. I think it's see-through X1, but they haven't specified it, which is also found on the matte black ceramic bezel insert. The ceramic bezel insert is also in a matte finish, which flows really well with the overall matted look of the watch. The lumen is quite good, and I appreciate the fact that they included a small lume pip next to the date wheel. So overall, the Tesei has good proportions. Nothing feels off. I especially like the size of the crown. It's very easy to use, super nice to unscrew and screw back on. It also has all of the modern features that we look for in watches, like a sapphire crystal, ceramic bezel insert, hacking hand winding movement, bright lume, and it also has that extra X factor. Being a titanium watch, it has that exotic appeal that you won't find on a standard stainless steel watch, obviously because it's titanium. And in my opinion, the design is pretty good. Nothing feels off, everything flows well with each other. But there are issues with this watch, and these are some of the reasons why I might not recommend this to certain people. Most of these issues have to do with QC, so quality control, and building my own watches and providing modification services for other people. I have an extensive list of what I do during QC. So when I receive a watch for in review, I go through the same QC list, and this watch has a couple of issues that I personally wouldn't be able to stand. The first, which drives a lot of people insane, is the alignment. Just like you, misaligned parts drive me insane. There is a misaligned bezel insert and misaligned applied indices on this watch. The minute markers are printed on the dial, so most likely it is aligned by default, and so the applied indices don't really line up with the minute marks. Neither does the ceramic insert. Now I can forgive a brand for not getting alignment right because a lot of brands don't get this right. But something that I can't get over is when there's a big speck of dust on the dial or under the glass. Now I know how hard it is to clean a watch from every single little dust particle, because when I build watches, cleaning the watch is 95% of the work, honestly. So I understand if there's a little speck here and there that gets missed, because these can move around as watches get worn and shipped around. But this watch has a big piece of dust in it, and it drives me insane. Basically, if I can see dust on the dial or under the glass without really having to look closely at the watch, that's a big no-no for me. Now, it's not a big deal because I can always take off the case back, clean the underside of the crystal, and put it all together, but most people aren't going to be able to do this, and they're not going to want to do this. I don't want to do it. And lastly, there's a design flaw with this watch. There's this wetsuit extension that's on the clasp, and because of that bit, it sticks out if you have the bracelet on the last adjustment hole. So when you try to close the entire clasp, the part that sticks out actually gets in the way, so you can't really close it. So essentially, one of the adjustment holes, the one that makes it the smallest, is useless. So the Tesei comes with a bunch of accessories, and one of them being this big pelican case right here. It is branded Spinnaker, and you get a solid heavy-duty case if you get this watch. So it's nothing special, it is foam padded throughout. You get a sponge watch pillow here to put your watch in, and this will be an excellent way to store or transport your watches. You also get your booklets and your other accessories from the Tesei right next to it. Quite honestly, I would have preferred just to get this watch in a cardboard box with little to no accessories at all, because I would much rather prefer a brand to spend that money on ensuring that the watch in the end is the good product. I'm okay paying the same price for the watch without any accessories or case. If it came wrapped up in some bubble wrap, I really wouldn't care, honestly. I just would much prefer to have these QC issues looked into more and more money invested to have a better watch at the end. So whether you think this watch is for you or not, the Spinnaker Tesei Titanium is filling a spot in the market for titanium watches. There are other options available like the Citizen Pro Master Diver Titanium, which comes at $396, but it is a quartz watch. On the other hand, there is the Hamilton Khaki Fuel Titanium Automatic, which runs on the ETA 2824-2 movement, but it is $995. So the Tesei being under $500 with an automatic movement, sapphire crystal, lume ceramic bezel insert, etc. is taking one of the positions for being an entry-level full titanium mechanical watch. You aren't getting the best finishing or quality, but you're also not paying as much as other titanium watches demand, such as the Zen T2B, IWC Heritage, Tudor Pelagos, and especially the Resonance Type 1, which is above $22,000. In the end, like all watches, you should have an idea of what type of quality to expect with how much is being asked. Anyways, that's all I have for this review. I want to thank everybody who joined the channel, who subscribed in the past 2 months, I guess. We are approaching 50k subscribers, and I want to thank everybody who has subscribed and commented and liked. It has to do with the Blood Moon mod and the two-tone stealth mod that I posted. Those have been very popular, and I am planning to release another build sometime soon. I have a couple of reviews coming up first, and then I'll be posting some more builds. One of them being a full custom giveaway, so stay tuned for that. And that's it. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know what you guys think about the Titanium Tesei, and I'll see you guys in the next video. What the heck? They're just sparking fireworks wherever they want. It does have a good bezel action though. Oh my god, I look like Chewbacca. I've been wanting to get a haircut for like the past 2 months, but obviously we can't get that these days, so I'm gonna go take my dog's shaving thing, whatever that thing is called, and just shave my head off.